Hello, welcome to this video, which is going to be kind of looking at more features of refined storage. Um, I've just been kind of looking at it, and I've just been wondering, really, this video is sort of, I thought of doing it when I was trying to work out what these things did, the interfaces. Basically, you can output. It's kind of interesting. The interfaces, they're not what I thought they were. They're not like because even though they're a combination of the import and the export, it's kind of like interesting. Basically, we'll just keep an inventory stocked with two, but if I break this, then it just stops. So yeah, it's just to keep an inventory stocked, but it's not got like I kind of thought it might like output because I was trying to do something like this in my series, and I realised that you don't even need to do that. I don't really need an exporter to do this. So if I, for instance, I've got a system, um, if I wanted to get my iron auto smelted, it was just a case of just putting it straight in. So it's automatically going to just take this. But here's the thing: the only reason it goes in here, right? If I do this, if I disable this side, you can see it's not going in anymore. So but yeah, if you just do it like that, everything's fine. But that was just what I wasn't quite getting before. I for some reason I thought it was going to automatically export it, but it's entirely dependent on the block going in. So for instance, if you want to get it in, possibly I could do on the interface. You could do a hopper going down. Maybe I might get it in better. Um, but yeah, so there's various different blocks anyway in this. You can see I've got various different things here. There's the regular grid. If you want to have and then there's the processing pattern encoder. I was trying to do something funny because if you look at my fluid grid here, this is not going to be like, I don't know. The thing about this, right, about this mod is that it's like, there's not really that many ways I can do it. Like, I want to actually show things that you might actually want to do. But I will try and at least go through as many of the items as I can, if not all of them. This I don't think I've actually even seen though. Now I think about it. Where's the reader and the writer? I guess this is going to show me. Well, that's interesting. Hmm. This looks like it's just. I'm not even going to. I guess this is really new. I bet I can read what's in the chest there. Let me have a look. So is this going to give me a? Hmm. Yeah, this is. I've got sidetracked already, but yeah, not much is new. What? I wonder if I can do this. I bet I can't. Huh? That's funny. I imagine it's something that you can read what's in the chest. But yeah, I'm not going to focus on this item to be honest. But it's I guess at least I can at least point out that it exists, even though it's obviously very new. Maybe it's different. I may even have a better version because I'm playing in 1.11, of course. Um, but yeah, so crafting wise, uh, I can craft furnaces now. And the reason for that is because just in the trigger autocrocking with redstone signal, no. Oh, that's an interesting one. But you see, here's the thing about this system here. If I wanted to, I've probably done it a bit close now. I think about it. But if I did it here, right? Okay, I do it like this. If I did a relay here, I think I would be able to control the flow of the iron. So I think I'd do something like, what is it? I'd have a detector going down. It's just going to sort of space it right there. So we'd have something like this, and we would want to detect if there's more than what, like 64 iron ingots, right? Went under the amount. Okay, so how many iron ingots do I have in here at the moment? Not in you. Huh. That is on though, isn't it? Oh, that's because it's not connected. Okay, so we'll connect it up. That should be connected. Yeah, that looks correct. So when it's under 64, emit a redstone signal. There's not under 64, so there should be no redstone signal. Huh. Why is that then? Is it working the opposite way for some reason? No, it's just not reading it. Maybe it needs to be connected below or something. There's still enough in there. Let me have a look. Okay. Yeah, it's working. Alright, so that looks like... Did I do it correctly? Let me just check that I actually needed to do that. I'm not sure I did now I think about it. I think I might have just fucked up a bit. So emit signal when under the amount. So it's not under the amount. Okay, so the point is if so this is just going to stay there, but then if I do that, and then we'll just, there we go. So now when it gets to 64 it will stop. Yeah, and I didn't need to charge it the way I didn't think I would have to do that. So yeah, so that's a way of you know, because there's different ways you could think about that, aren't there? Like, yeah, I was thinking like this. One, you know, you could have it in like a pattern, couldn't you? And that way you can make it a processing recipe. But this way I think is probably better. Because this way you'll always keep, you know, like a certain amount stocked. And I won't need to worry too much. Even though it's on 64 now. But it has stopped. That's the thing, it's going to get to a bit higher, isn't it? So it's just gonna stay in the backlog and not even import it. Huh, that's not good, I suppose. Well, these things are still empty. I mean, that's probably not the best way to do it, is it? Well, that's one way to do it. It keeps 64 in there. So as soon as I take any out, it's gonna... Yeah. Probably isn't the best way to do it, though, I'd imagine. It doesn't look like it. There's the drives. Yeah, it's interesting. Look, I've got a 4K. So if you do that, it's 4K, and do that 120. So basically, it's almost like it's almost like this is 128,000 items. Because I've got, for instance, in my fluid grid, I've got 0.2 molten iron. So if I put another piece of iron in there, did I? No, that should be fine. So what have I got on this? I've just got a simple importer on the drain. So yeah, let's have a look at this. So that's going to go to 2, isn't it? So let's have a look at the fluid. There it is. So let's see what it changes to. Should be doing any second now. Should be coming in. No. I'll wait a few more seconds, maybe I've done something incorrectly. Oh no, it's just not quite finished. Okay, so it went to 0.5 just for one piece. Now we look at what it creates, the iron. It creates, so that's 0.3 basically. So how did I have it on 0.2, I wonder? Huh, that's interesting. I guess it must have been on 0.25 and it rounded down. We truncated it rather. That'll be my guess. Yeah. It's basically saying 8 ingots is that how it works? I guess it is, isn't it? 8 ingots count as a bucket. I mean, one of the things is you can actually put liquids in the processing encoder. So yeah, I've done the crafter like that. Now it's a crafter. I just wanted to check that I can. I remember how to do the solderer patterns. Let's see if I do. So you would need to have a crafter going into it, wouldn't you? So there's 2 different ways you can use the crafter. You could just use it like I've used here, where you just put stuff in there, and then you put the patterns in there. Or you can have it. You can make it directional, can't you? So yeah, I think that's pointing upwards. So if I had this in here like that, and then we put the pattern for a whatever printed basic, which is just iron. Okay, so we did that. Let's just forget about this for now. Oh yeah, I've got patterns anyway. So, no. So one iron goes to one printed basic. And then if I had it in here, that should then provide me the access to this. No? Let me just check this craft out. Maybe I don't remember how to do this. I'll have to remember to try and look at this one as well. The problem is I can't really tell which way it's facing. Do I need to... Hmm. Yeah. Can I not do like... do I have to have the crafter in here? If it's a processing panel, I don't really see why I even have to have the crafter. Can't I just have like an exporter there? Let me just try that. And then in there I'll have iron, maybe? And then I'll put it in this one. Let's have a look. No? How do I get this to work then? Yeah. I'm sure I can get it to work somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know what I think it is? I think I've just forgotten. I think it's you got to put it into a certain side. This thing. I think I was probably right with the crafter, to be honest. Let's yeah, that's the way to. So I'll just put the. Let me just go back here. It goes in the top, doesn't it? Let's try again. There we go. I knew I'd done this. I knew it was something like that. But it doesn't export it though. Okay, so I do have to connect the rest of it up. Still won't export it though. Uh, no? Well, that's weird. Why is it like this? I don't get it. Can I just put that there then maybe? Yep, that's it. It must be this, right? I've done it incorrectly. It does look like this is the way though. So what, you have to have the importer on the bottom, right? Here they're gone. What's going on with the iron? That's cool. Yeah, that's what I expect to happen actually now I think about it. But it hasn't done 10. Oh. And what is this working? Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then I could put and you can also there's also this upgrade thing. So I could do like this, and stuff like that. And this will go like a bit quicker. Not much quicker though. Okay, so yeah, they're important things. So yeah, like I said, we've got the importer here on this drain. Let's find another drain then. Now let's just make one of these other ones a drain as well. So you could say this is going to import all the stuff that comes out of the smeltery. So here's the interesting thing: is like what you could do is you could literally use one smeltery for just everything is liquid; it never becomes a solid, and then like because one thing I was wondering actually, now I think about it, is if you have a cable, um, couldn't you do something like this? Like I could probably just connect it anywhere at this point, couldn't I? This is a fucking mess, but it's only obviously I just like to fuck around. So if I had, say, a casting table, this is what I'm curious about. And then we had the drain. Put the drain like here. I always get it in the wrong spot. I always put it one too far forward. I'm pretty sure it is there though. Yeah, it's definitely not there, is it? I'm pretty sure it is here, right? I always think that's too close. It can't be there, but it is. Then here you would put an exporter. And say you had this in here. Would it then be possible just to do that? That's what I'm curious about. So do fluids, and then we'll say, what do we have in there at the moment? So we've got some astrium. There is an astrium ingot, right? Yeah, there is. So what I should be able to do is get the astrium out. I've got some astrium here, actually, that's handy. So I could do fluids, astrium, and then I should just be able to pour them out. No. No? I always just forget how it should look. Drain is literally, it's above the table, isn't it? Yeah. It's in the block space above the table. That should be correct, shouldn't it, really? Okay, well, what about if I had... If I put the drain here instead, not that way. Like that. And then we put the... did I put the exporter there? I'm sure I did. The exporter here. Fluids, astrium. What about that? No? Why? Let's get in there. Huh. Alright then, what about this? I've got a fluid interface. Put the fluid interface here, and we'll have going into this. No, sorry, not into it, out of it rather, out of the network. I always export the Astrium in here. Okay, it goes in there. Alright. So how can I get it into the drain after that? Okay, so what if I put it... Let's just... I could have just moved everything else, but it probably would have been easier now I think about it. But anyway, so we've got the Astrium in there. Can I then put it into the drain? Because the top face of the drain is like that, isn't it? Okay, and then casting table. Still not going to work, is it? Why is it not like outputting it though? I mean, how do you get this stuff out of this thing? Because here's the thing, right? If I probably could get it out with a conduit, couldn't I? Like I bet if I did like yeah, if I did like that, and then I put the drain, and then I put this here, that would probably do it, wouldn't it? So that would extract. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Where did it go? Okay. Oh, you can change that. I didn't even realise. Do I need another one for this? I always get a little bit. Why can't I change that? Yeah, this is the way I could do it, isn't it? That will let me do it, right? Doesn't look like it actually. Oh no, it does. So if I had a hopper, I could get it out like that. Well, that's cool, I guess. Don't know. It wasn't really what I was looking for, but anyway. Um. So yeah, I think I don't know really exactly what I'm gonna else. I feel like I've looked at it like yeah. There's the constructors and the destructors. They just place and destroy blocks or liquids. Um, but yeah, and there's the wireless stuff. I still haven't really touched on that properly. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to look at some of the stuff. Really, what I would like to do though, you see, the good thing about being able to do what I did here is, for instance, if you had a drain, right, what you could do is you could if you just exported like loads of stuff into here, you could then import it all out, and then you could select from a second. You could have a second. I'm not going to see the whole setup here, but I'm thinking about it. I might do actually, but you could have a second Tinker's smeltery where you actually put the stuff that you actually want. So you could just have one with loads of drains and just exporting all the different. Because obviously by using this mod, I've made it like so there's loads, but there's still not like there's never going to be like that many fluids. You would think like it's never going to be unmanageable. It's never going to be like say like 200. Probably the most fluids you'll ever have in a mod pack will be like 70 or 80 maybe, which means that's perfectly within the bounds of being able to just putting them all in filters. But yeah, and of course, and the other thing is that you can do, um, you can do whatever. You can get some Fructan fluid and go like this. So that's interesting as well. Um, but yeah, how you can actually get, I don't know how you can even get this fluid block though. That's the only slight problem. Um, you might not need to though. That's the thing because of the functionality. Like, oh yeah, there's a few other things I may as well talk about while I'm here. Um, there's this thing, the grid filter. So yeah, you could just do that, and you could just put like whatever you want in there. So that, and then when you put the grid filter on the right hand side here, uh, it doesn't work correctly. That's nice. If you put it in this one, it will though. Oh, it would. That's funny. Did I do something with the display? So this is obviously the pattern grid. This is the crafting grid. Was that a grid filter? Yeah. Huh? That is weird. There's nothing in here. No. Well then, that doesn't work. Unless I'm doing something, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something incorrectly there. But yeah, that should just filter certain items. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, you put the wireless transmitter. Yeah, I mean to be honest, it's like fortune for the. What is the fortune actually for? Like, why would you have a fortune upgrade? For what purpose? Because there's no quarry. Yeah, there's another interesting question. So yeah, still lots more questions, really, but hopefully I've looked at things a little bit better than before. Um, but yeah, still a long way to go. Thanks for watching.